Did you know that there's an alternative to rent geared to income when it comes to subsidized housing in Ontario? Today, we're going to discuss the Canada-Ontario Housing Benefit, also known as the Portable Housing Benefit, what it is, how it works, and who is eligible. Just a quick disclaimer, this video does not constitute legal or financial advice, but creates a general informational purposes, so all the information that I will discuss will be linked in the description. Chapter 1, Background Information. The Canada-Ontario Housing Benefit program provides households with a portable housing benefit to assist with rental costs in the private housing market. The benefit is tied to the household and can be used to help pay rent anywhere in Ontario. This provincially administered benefit is available to eligible priority groups who are either on or eligible to be on the community housing waitlist for rent geared to income subsidized housing. So this program is meant for people who are low income and are currently in the private rental market. As I said before, it is a substitute for RGI or rent geared to income, but you do have to be eligible for RGI in order to be eligible for this program as well. Essentially, this program is a program meant to create rent subsidies for people who have a unit that has market rent value rather than one that has an RGI based subsidy built into their unit. And honestly, it's kind of better in some ways because of with RGI, you have to have your subsidy built into the unit, whereas this is built into the individual, so you can move around anywhere in Ontario and still have access to this program and still be eligible to this program. The program, as similar with RGI, tries to make it so that your rent is 30% of your income, and the rest of it will be paid for by the Ministry of Finance. So that can change depending on if you live in places where the rent is high, let's say in Toronto or Ottawa, or if the rent is lower, if it's a more rural community. It's based on what the market rent is in your local area. Chapter 2, Renewal. The benefits are administered by the province through the Ministry of Finance, and eligibility is assessed annually. Annual renewal applications are issued by the province each May and must be returned by September 1st. Clients who do not return their annual renewal by the deadline will no longer be eligible to receive assistance through the COHB program. Reinstatement into the program is not permitted. Following the annual review, the COHB amount may increase or decrease because of the changes in residence, income, or household size. The benefit amount is calculated according to the average local market rent of the area you live in. So the referral for this program is through your municipality, but it's actually run through the Ministry of Finance in Ontario. And so that's the people that will be communicating with once you go past the referral process. You have to renew information each year in order to maintain the eligibility for the subsidy. And again, depending on your financial situation, your subsidy might increase or decrease based on your income, family size, a whole host of things, including the rental market value of the city that you're in or the county that you are in. Now, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure in terms of the information you have to submit for the renewal, probably will include a notice of assessment each year to see how much your income is and how much tax return you get, all that stuff, because a lot of RGIs require notices of assessment when it comes to their forms, so I'm pretty sure the COHB would probably be similar to that. They're obviously very, very strict about the deadline of needing the renewal information each year. As it states, if you don't submit it, then your funding will stop. And if you submit it later, it may not matter because you might be kicked out of the program and not allowed to re-enter the program. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps develop my channel and grow my channel, and I'm actually hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Chapter 3, Program Guidelines. The benefit amount will depend on the household size and income. The amount is calculated using a formula that includes household income, the number of people in the household, and the local market rent. To receive COHB, applicants must agree to be removed from the centralized waiting list for social housing. Households cannot receive COHB and rent geared to income, housing, or any other form of housing benefits at the same time. The eligibility criteria for the program is similar to RGI in a sense that you have to be 16 years and older, you have to be a permanent resident or a citizen, you have to be low income, because again, like both programs have a similar eligibility because you are essentially trying to get on RGI, and then they see if you are eligible for this program as an alternative. Now, you can use like utility support programs and still use the COHB, but you can't use any other type of rent subsidies because there's some municipalities that have their own separate rent subsidies, but this is administered through the ministry, and so they don't want you to essentially be double dipping. And one of the main things is that you are taken off the RGI waitlist when you are given to this program, and so that's one of the reasons why I think this program was created, to bring down the waitlist for RGI, because if you have seen any of my past videos or have seen articles about these waitlists for RGI, some of them are decades long, and so this program is meant to maybe bring down the waitlist for that by moving people to an alternative set of programs. As of right now, the COHB does actually expire in 2029, but I don't think they're going to leave everybody who's on the program in on the streets, because that would need possibly thousands of people. So I think once the expiration date for this program comes up, they might either create alternatives or extend it. So obviously, if you are referred to this program or if you're already on it, keep an eye on the expiration date and make sure to check the news on a regular basis. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week.